Hello, hello. Okay, hopefully it's recording. Like, this thing is all I have. I have a mic on my laptop, and yeah, that was okay. Just to narrate a little bit, I'm using ATS for everything that I'm doing here because it's essentially really specific about. They have this thing called a trading journal. I don't use anything out of like third party. Like, I don't really use any third party stuff. Um, it's sometimes really confusing to use though. Like, what the fuck? Where do I put this, bro? Oh my god. Okay. It's fucking. Okay, yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great. So my mom gave me. I'm not even gonna say like how I got this money. I'm at the hindsight point of, I started February 12th, passed my account in a week, got a payout within a week. $900 Top Step, all through Top Step X, they were cool as shit. They still had $5,000 payout max at that point for the one funded, which was insane. Like, I've never encountered another prop firm that just does that. They always cap it or like make it extremely hard to get there because you gotta pass an initial buffer. But it makes sense. Like, those rules are stricter because that's how you should trade once you get that ability to access a payout as big as that. So it's okay. So I got 1,000 for my first payout. Still had a 1,000 drawdown, and then I got a 2,200 $2,200 payout in probably another 2 weeks, I think. So within 3 weeks, no, within a month, February to March, early March, I got $3,000 up out of Top Step. Stole that. Give me that. And essentially, um, yeah. I wish I had a camera or something. I think it would be way better if I had just a camera showing everything. I'll redo this. I don't care. This is just an experiment for now. Um, yeah, I was like, stole that. Give me that. Give me that. Up out of Top Step, which was normal to me because I was new and it became the norm. I didn't know how absolutely bonkers it was, truly, and how essentially it was possible to get that. How impossible it was to do it within 2 months or a month. No, a month. And then after that, I got two more payouts. Invested a little bit more, probably offered back to funded. After that, it was just losing streak during a little bit of losing streaks. It's like, let's say like 2 day losing streak here and there, then push it to a week, and then bounce back, got 1,500 more, lost two more accounts, got another 1,500, and then yeah, I was sitting in the green. We made back all the profit I lost and more. Had a $3,000 payout available, and hit a $3,000 day. Fumbled it. I was unbelievably hyped. That was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Making more money was the worst thing that's ever happened to me because it unlocked an avenue that I couldn't handle anymore. It was just like I started to get hyped. Realistically, like, I my threshold for getting hype about money, it wasn't like $200 or 300, which is not like hit parlays for that, and they're hype about that, and they're trying to chase that, and that's why they lose. But I wasn't hype about that, you know. I became a sort of numb, numb to it because it was okay, and then which it made me win even more, which essentially drove me to a point of no return at one point because I didn't want to stop winning. I didn't want to stop getting payouts. I'll just do this instead of showing screenshots. I'll just try my best to Top Step looks different. In total, started on the 12th, first combine bot. I wish I could see that, but I'm not even gonna do that. This is a whole nother experiment. Actually, let me just. I need to see this. This is the total amount of evaluations I passed. So I passed on the 11th. I think I started early February. Okay, sorry, I didn't even know. So I passed. No, I started. Yeah, started 2/11. 2026 passed. As you can see, another evaluation passed. Close to a month later, and 4 days later. This was insane. Oh my god. Wow. Off this one payout, I got half of my payouts. One account, I got half my payouts. And then the two I passed. It was a rough road to get to this. Ended up going back to funded to get this. And yeah, blew them all to a point where I hated Top Step a little bit. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, and then since then, just hopping from firm to firm, and now it was all through ICT/support and resistance to where I didn't understand. Went through a little order flow type journey. I'm here now. I use ATS. I use Footprint. I'm into it a little bit. I'm gonna make this a little bit better to like just watch constantly, but yeah.
Order filled.
I didn't mean to do that. I essentially went through an order flow journey, and here I am on ATAS. I bought ATAS $60 per month pro version. I'm only a few week into it, and I decided I want to try this experiment for this month, see how it goes, see how my journey goes, because it's not like I'll ever be broke, I'm working a job. Like, let me just make this the most important hard-earned money that I've actually put effort into. So it's great. This I tried the 2 week off, and immediately 2 week 2 week trial, and I immediately fell in love. It's beautiful. I could kiss you, and then I could also kiss. What's his name? I always forget his name. It's not Aphex, bro. Oh my god, I'm tweaked. This guy's great. Who'll be here? Axia Futures. Yeah, God, I love this. Love these guys, man. They're so cool. Wow, these guys are great. Just binged. Their footprint stuff, and it's great. And I need to continue watching their videos. I'm gonna incorporate it into the data. I'm gonna write all of this stuff down in the morning and actually just do it and lay out the whole plan of exactly what this experiment is gonna be. It's gonna be back testing for a month for the first time I use order flow in order to try to break through in the way that I broke through when I first started, and just use that same fearless execution, but while having decent understanding of the market, an understanding of the market that gets me essentially
Order
like
placed.
this. I don't know why I'm confident in this, but let's see.
Order placed.
This is a crazy buy.
Order filled.
Let's just do this.
Order placed. Order placed. Order placed. Order placed. Order placed.
So the ability to just do that and have things happen to me that people would be baffled by, but even to an extent greater than the childlike wonder I had before. You know, that's my goal. And how I'm gonna get there? Back testing, truly back testing. 3 weeks of. I already learned my strategy. I already learned what it becomes. I just need to learn. Yeah. Also sharpen up every day. I'll watch these guys every day. Still, let me do that because just to remind myself. But working on psychology mostly, backtesting psychology, and essentially, I'm going to become an enigma, a being of great opportunity that just flies towards them, because I want to be everything that I can be, that I will to be. I want to be everything that I will to be. If only I thought of that to say to the camera. I want to be everything that I will to be and dream to be. And going to document it, every step that it took for this branch of my life, because I'm not gonna give a fuck about trading once I'm good at it, and then at that point I'm gonna want to gatekeep, and I don't want to be that guy. Like, why do people just gatekeep what it really, really, really takes? They'll show like little clips of like, yeah, I was broke, and then, but what does it really take? What's a delve into someone? What someone just clicked into, like, you know, what clicked exactly, and how did they prove it clicked, and how did they continue to click? Instead of, because they probably don't even know either this is what they're doing, honestly, because I see the same pattern in everyone who's gotten there. How they got there is very, very important. And how will I get there? Okay, now that I've shown how this account looked, um, this account is gone. I'm going to delete.
Stop filled.
I'm going to delete this after this trade and see. And see how this goes.
Order placed. Order placed.
I'm going to believe in myself and have start at paper trading.
Stop
Take
filled. Order placed.
a day, 2 trades a day, 3 trades max a day, 2 break evens, 2 trades a day, and essentially become a sort of living textbook of information through paper trading, and then keeping it going through combine and then eval, and then making it 3. You know, when you have 2 sides of the coin, like, evaluated live, it gives a sort of like discrepancy between, like, tears you into with something that needs utmost focus. This is why non-dual exists. This is why non-dual exists, because essentially non-dual talks about mature state, a mature state of consciousness that is describes a state of consciousness where the perceived separation between subject and object, self and world, or observer and observed is recognized as illusory. Observer and observed. Okay. Observer, think of observer as in you're observing your
Stop
eval.
filled.
Yeah,
Order placed.
you become the observer. You become observer, right? Why are you observer?
Order placed.
Right? You know, why do we have to be observer? I'm just the observed. And it posits that really reality is a unified, indivisible whole rather than a collection of distinct, separate entities. So that separate entity of funded and then eval tears you in half. It creates a sort of
Order placed.
limit to how you could function by
Order placed.
essentially tearing you in half. It creates a sort of dualistic thinking that really can't hold the weight of something as fundamentally dopamine intense as trading. Because you're on the practice, you don't give a fuck because it's just, yeah, it's practice, who cares? And you just think it's nothing. But I'd say the practice is the most important thing because it solidifies the dual thinking if you treat it with kindness and grace and love it and, you know, become more poised to it, have a sort of poise to where you love it to a certain extent, you know.
Order cancelled.
You love it so much that you decide to put your whole into it. You unite it. It essentially it's like the magic seal cracker of the world, which is the practice. It's like of your thinking, of your dualistic thinking. It's the glue that puts it all together.
Order placed.
You know what? And things like that, like
Order
where
placed.
stop loss on. You know, like the dualisticness of just, oh, I'm not sure. You need unification to be able to do that. And okay, it's a recognition that awareness and appearances are not two, meaning there's no fundamental split between the experiencer and the experience. Um, there's no split between eval and funded. There's no split between paper trading and real trading. And to be able to recognize that is freeing.
Order filled.
Leads
Order
to-
placed.
leads to decisions that make you almost, what's the word? I don't know. What's the word? Okay, that was my first trade after blowing all my lucids, all of them, and that's how it went. It was my first time really documenting trading, and makes you a collapse probability king. And notice how the breaking structure was called. Depending on how this goes, I'll buy more. The holistic thinking. In this state, the sense of being a separate witness vanishes. The witness, which is the person evaluating your eval. Who's really evaluating it? No one's really really evaluating it. You're evaluating yourself, and you can't. Every time you overtrade, every time you break your rules, every time you trade something you're not supposed to trade, think of the evaluator, which is you, but you don't do this to yourself because you're you. You're gonna cut yourself some slack. You essentially, I don't know what the word is. You essentially
Order filled.
by here.
Order placed. Order cancelled.
So just keep that going. Um,
Order placed.
you essentially confirm yourself, give yourself a nod of approval because you do it. And the evaluator wouldn't let you do that shit. Would the evaluator let you do that shit? No, the evaluator wouldn't let you take 90 trades or 59 trades, 76 trades, or 89. The evaluator wouldn't do that. It would tell you, yo, what the fuck is you doing? So, I made most of my money on it in Q. And why do it, right? So, I'm gonna collapse the evaluator to being not another outside thing, but instead of being me. Because if it's outside, I subject it to, yeah, it can't, yeah, it doesn't know how I did it, so it's done. But how you do it is also done. Okay.